There are certain artistic events of the holiday season which are revisited each year, either in their original forms or in new interpretations. And in the rich cultural mecca surrounding us, we have lots of choices. One of my choices for this season is the Tantallon Players' production of A Christmas Carol by the British writer Charles Dickens. It opens tonight at Harmony Hall Regional Center in Fort Washington and is directed by Lauren Bloom. So, A Christmas Carol, it's been done a lot, but I think you're doing it a little differently.
We are. In writing the show, I went back to the novel and really tried to be very true to Dickens' original language and vision. So we're set in 19th century London, not in modern America, for instance. But at the same time, when you write a show like this, it's been done so many times that people get a little tired of it unless you do a plot twist. And so there is a plot twist in this. We end up with a happier ending than the original, and if people want to know what it is, they need to come and see the show.
About how many folks are involved in the show?
We have a cast of 30, including many children. We had to build the streets of London, and so we have a lot of people whose job it is, at least in part, to walk back and forth and buy things, just so that you get the sense of the bustle of the London streets around Christmas.
Mm-hmm. There are a lot of things you can do at Christmas time, and so you chose this because?
Ultimately, Christmas Carol is a story of hope and redemption. And I think particularly right now, when the economy is slow, so many people are out of work, it's really lovely to have the opportunity to come and see something that lifts you up and reminds you that taking care of each other is what Christmas is really all about.
And this show seems so relevant now.
Well, when you think about it, the entire world economy has been tanked by greedy people who think they have the right to take from other people so that they can live extraordinarily well themselves. This show is all about who has money and who doesn't and why. So even though the story is over 100 years old, sadly it's as relevant today as it ever was.
The sets are particularly interesting for this show.
Well, of course, we have to go everywhere. We have to go into Ebenezer Scrooge's past, we have to go into London, we have to go into his house, we have to see his nephew's house, and of course, we have to have dinner with the Cratchits. So what we've done is built a set that allows us to rotate set pieces so that in a very few seconds, we're able to go from one venue to another, and that happens many times through the show, much to the consternation of my poor cast members who have to rotate all the pieces.
Mm-hmm. A Christmas Carol will be presented this weekend and next weekend, Fridays and Saturdays at 8 and Sundays at 3 p.m. in the John Addison Concert Hall at Harmony Hall Regional Center on Livingston Road in Fort Washington. For tickets and information, go to tantallonplayers.com.